Hello, all. Good evening to one and all who are watching this podcast. Welcome to VC and Cathy podcast series. And this is episode 8. We are happy to initiate this episode, but even though we lagged in 1 week, but in future we will be upcoming with different ideas, and the timing will not be changed, and the day also will not be changed in future. And today it's a very wonderful topic, and I too each and every one of us has the same problem, whether the mobile phones are using us or we are using them. So, welcome, Kathy. How are you? How the day is going on?
Yeah, it was very well until morning.
Okay.
Was very happy. Like I have resigned from my job, so I'm sitting home.
Yes. Yeah. We all seen your status that you resigned from assistant professor and you are moving to a further government job. All the best for that. And
Not government job. It is clinical setting. Like on a try.
okay. Yeah, okay. That's great that the step by step we are moving forward to enhance and we are pushing our nursing profession to the height. That's looking great. And we do some condolence, deepest condolence for our people, Bharati Raja, and the person who initiated many things in the film. And we love him and his movies too. And our actor and the director, producer, Bakiraj sir. So we know these people. We doesn't think that 2026 will be like this, and particularly these 2 months, we never expected these things. Along with Janagi, ma'am, from my childhood days, I even now also I can, if I think Janagi's voice, I will be hearing some music and her voice. It's literally a different. It's not like all singers has the same one. It is a unique voice. We also leave those things, and much happy things. It is also going on in 2026, but these things and all, it's little bit heartbreaking for us for these 2 months. That's the thing, and
I,
we are moving on to this topic. Yes, yes, Kathy.
I was wondering like 2024, 25 was the worst. 25 was worst for me. So I thought 2026 will be very warm for me, but it is
Mhm.
going the same, more worse than 2025
Yes,
from
people
January.
do think the same, Kathy. They thought like the previous year it will be okay, fine. It went wrong and it went bad. Now this will be a greater year, but it is not like that. Each and every year has the same good and bad doors for us. So we need to go past that doors and come back to the end of the December. And we doesn't know this past 6 months how it was went, and now we are sitting in the month of July in the podcast. We do even doesn't know that in the January month we would have started this podcast. But in this 7th month, we are together to do something betterment of our profession, the nursing profession. That's great. And today's topic, it's very engaging. And I like Kathy will be giving more points and hints to us to come out from that addiction. You know, Kathy, we thought that addiction is from alcohol, smoking, and maybe some other substances. But nowadays, the people are moving to the addiction that is electronic addiction. That's a mobile phone. When it was invented, people doesn't the inventor and the scientist doesn't think about, okay, this will make a drastic change. They thought to communicate with somebody else who is sitting here, and they will call to the other end of the world. The main motto of introduction of this mobile phones and telephones are for that particular purpose. And nowadays we think that mobile phone is like addiction, but even though that also has many good challenges where we learn something. Now also you can see this podcast is being seen in the social media, and people watch through their mobile phone and the TV only. It is not happen as a live seminar where we sit in a forum or the stage and they will listen as an offline mode. Now it has been changed. Wherever you go, you can see anything else. But merely you can see there are some disadvantages also. That's what we are going to speak today. This is mostly related to for all age groups. It is not only for the adults. This is for also for children, where most of the children, even the infants, I see mothers of the infant, the mothers of the newborn also showing rhymes in their mobile phone and keeping aside to convince the baby not to cry. So this is happening in each and every countries, not only in India. It is also followed in many areas. So that is what the main thing we kept this topic today to discuss along with our mental health specialist. Yes, Kathy. Before entering into our session, as usual, we have our VCs Connect. I'm just want to ask you something. What is the first app you usually open in the morning when you get up from the bed?
Simple. That depends upon the app which I closed last night. Because
Okay.
it's not a particular app I usually open. Like if I
Hmm.
had a conversation late night, the last night, not late night, the last night. The next day I would wake up for a reply or something. So I might open WhatsApp, I might open Insta, or I'll
Hmm.
open if it is a rainy season. I'll open WhatsApp for group any school holidays declared or not. So it depends
Yes.
upon the timing and it depends upon my previous night or the day which I wake up. So it is not confined to a particular app. Or sometimes I sleep while using phone. So when I unlock phones, sometimes it will be in Insta, it will be in YouTube, it might be in Ludo. You lost the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
okay.
it depends, not particularly any app.
Oh, okay. So anyway, you're using mobile phones at the early morning. When you wake up, you will not see anything else. It is only the mobile phone, right?
No,
It
no,
is
no.
not.
It's not usually mobile phone. Like only for
Mm-hmm.
time, I used to just see whether it is time or not. So sometimes I used to put it in charger and I used to do my work. So early morning, it is very rushed. I have to leave. I have my clinical start 7:30, so I have to leave my room at 7 o'clock. So I don't have time. Especially when I wake up too late, I don't have time to scroll through my mobiles in the morning.
Yes. Yes. When we say like addiction, Kathy, we forgot our clock. We even seeing a mobile phone, we are opening the screen to see the alarm or the time, whether it is 7 a.m. or the 8 a.m. But never ever people see the clock which is hanging in the wall like something. We forgot about that thing, you know. We never use that. If batteries are down, that time we will see and we are changing it. It is like something like a geriatric patient who is sitting in the home, and whenever it is necessary to do a care, we are doing to the clock. Yeah.
Actually, I used to think I need a radium clock because the clock will not show properly in a dark light, right? When I don't have any light when I'm sleeping, I can't see the time visibly. So maybe I should
Okay.
change my clock so that I look at it instead of my phone for time.
You know, for me, it is very normal. Why? Because I will not open my eyes in the dark. It will be like sunny 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. morning. Directly the sun, so the friend of my son will just put me everything, the heat and everything through the windows. That time only I will wake up.
To have another
Yeah,
alarm to wake you up, your daughter.
No, you know something. She will sleep along with me, and late morning only she will wake up. That's a great thing I am having. Why? Because that merely the 2 hours or 3 hours we will prepare ourselves for her for the entire day, and I will pack all stuffs for the office, and I will move on. So that's one of the good thing I even see from my
That's
daughter
real.
because I.
Because many people tell, even if I think of sleeping, it is a holiday. Maybe Saturday, Sunday will be a holiday. We might be thinking of extending our sleep, but the children will get up and they'll pester us. That's great,
But
actually.
yeah, yes, my daughter is, she will sleep along with me. And if it is like the late morning, like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, sometimes we sleep late night on Saturday. So that time this happens. But in the day, the working day, that happens before 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. She will wake up like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So, yeah. So in the next thing I want to ask you, Kathy, how long do you think you can stay without checking your mobile phone?
That depends upon the place where I am. Because
Hmm.
if I go to my college, I don't have time to scroll my mobiles. Maybe during lunch, when I'm eating,
Hmm.
I used to just see whether I have any missed calls or
Hmm. Hmm.
notifications. And so, so if I'm home now, like if I take my phone with 100% charger to my college, I bring it back in 91, 93, 94 sometimes. But if I am
Oh
in
my
home,
God.
I used to charge twice a day, thrice a day. It depends. So I can go straight for 5 to 6 hours without checking my mobile phones. And
Yes,
usually
as
during
you are
sleep, I
working.
used to put down my data off so that I don't get any WhatsApp
Hmm.
notifications
Okay.
initially. But nowadays, because I used to wonder, we had limited data those days, so I used to switch off my data and I used to sleep so that doesn't drain
Hmm.
during the night time. But now, since we have Wi-Fi, I just liberally use it. I don't switch off my data. Even if I switch it off, Wi-Fi connections are there. So
Hmm.
that's how I can go straight for 5 to 6 hours or even 7 hours, especially when I have books and good company of friends. I don't check on phones.
Hmm, okay. So I also want to speak about this Wi-Fi matter. Why? Because nowadays, like 2015, I think so, the unlimited 1 GB data as introduced
Ah,
in our India.
so
After that, it's entirely changed. The YouTube raised, the Instagram, TikTok, everything has raised in India. Nowadays, it is like we even have in a small house from the poor family to the rich family, we have a Wi-Fi connection from different brands. So even though it is like a dress, daily we wear a dress, and like the same thing, you need to recharge to your Wi-Fi in a month. It is like that. It is like a something along with our family. Yeah,
especially
and
COVID lockdown made like it forced or pushed into that because we had online classes, we need proper network
mm,
connection. So Wi-Fi and smartphones were more into use due to the COVID lockdown.
yeah, yes, yes. The COVID, it's how it came, the very deadly one. But even though one thing it has raised is our addiction to the mobile phones too. I need to ask the another question like, what is one positive change the mobile phones have brought into your life? Something like positive.
Change or some positive thing? I don't think so. I can mention it as change, but positive thing is it
Mm,
easily connects me with people anywhere around the world. Communication is made easy. Or during my UG days, I used to go to library and I used to search journals and books in library system. And so I used to go to net centers to search for journals, everything. But
mm.
during my PG, everything was in mobile phone and laptop. So that is the like I see it as positive change. We get information in our fingertips and we are easily connected to people everywhere around the world.
Yes. So as like there are advantages in mobile phones, we do have similar disadvantages also. That depends
Yes,
how
of
you works and how you use the mobile phone. Like you said, if you go to the college, it will be like 100%. When you return back to the home, it will be 90 and 91%. That is literally difficult in this particular situation. Why? Because you are working as a faculty, so you are keeping your mobile phone in the staff room. But think about me, what I will do. I work along with my laptop and then the mobile phone. Without that, I can't. I will charge for the 3 times a day. The 100%, 100%, 100%, it will be like 300%. I'm using my battery in the mobile phone. Yes. So, I need to understand something, Kathy. The mobile phone's addiction. Is all screen time is harmful, or do to do some content or purpose. This also has some advantages, like we prepare some content. Now also we just scroll with some nursing journals or some research papers in the mobile phones. And whether this screen time, if I see YouTube, it is harm. If I see the website which is related to some research or journals, it is good. Anyway, it is a single screen showing a different content. How it will harm to me, or that may change something.
Okay, first you have to know screen time has like pros and cons. Double a coin has double
Mm,
sides. So not all screen times are harmful. We can categorize on what we are using the screen time for, how old the child is or how old the person is, the person who is using the screen, and why they are using and how long they are using it. It depends on so many factors. For example, and you have to know one difference. Screen time includes even work for IT people. Screen time includes their time, what they look into their systems and laptops for their work. It's not only scrolling through phones is screen time. There are many misconceptions for people like screen time is only using phones and social medias. It is not that. It
mm,
depends on the system and everything. So for an IT person, if the screen time is long, but he's only working for his that in that case it is not harmful as part of psychological health, but sometimes it has a effect on their physical health. Maybe their intraocular pressure might raise due to excessive screen times. They might get glaucoma or something. So for IT professionals, so it depends.
mm,
And for example, how old are they and what content are they watching? For a kid to watch rhymes and stories is different, instead of watching uh, something which is rated A. It depends.
mm,
Then it is harmful for that kid. Or sometimes we have a very aggressive fight scenes or some vulgar videos which stimulate the children, which make them more mature even at a very early age. So in those cases,
mm,
the screen time is very harmful. If you take it for education purpose, like attending online classes or attending online webinars, seminars, you search for your research or you do your thesis work, so in that
mm,
cases the screen times become very positive, it is useful. So it depends on who is using it, what content is being viewed, and how long we use that phone or macbook or laptop or system.
mm,
So there are n number of factors which will decide whether the screen time is harmful or it is not harmful.
mm.
So for me,
You.
scrolling Instagram or Facebook might be harmful. If I'm scrolling some
Mm.
research journals, then it is positive way. That's how it goes.
Yes, you were said about some screen time for the IT professionals and those who are working along with the system and laptops. But I need one more thing. Like people think I'm working for the entire day, the 6 to 8 hours in my office. If I come back to my home, can I use this mobile phone to reduce my stress? Actually, the people think, where is my me time? I don't have me time. I'm working in my office, even though that is a screen time. When I return back to my home, I need something to reduce my pressure, no, Kathy? So that time people ask the same question, do this differs from that screen?
uh, all things are screen time. Maybe they can reduce their me time for screen time.
Mhm.
Like the me time need not be only the using social media, scrolling through websites, and they have a lot of
Mhm.
more productive works. Like I see people going to gym, they go to shuttle court, badminton court, they go for running. They have a lot of other physical activities, or they can also like spend time with their family. If they want to do it
Mhm.
alone, they can listen music or they can watch movies instead of scrolling, because scrolling is addictive than watching movies. That
Mhm.
I'll tell in detail. So for those IT people who want to have their me time also in scrolling, they can reduce the screen time. Like instead of
Mhm.
spending the whole evening on mobile phone, maybe half an hour or 1 hour they can do it for their. They can give it for their phone. And other time they can choose other options out. With their family members or physically moving out, meeting their friends, anything, just going to park for a walk, anything can be done.
Mhm.
So their stress need not only be relieved by scrolling or using screen times in your phone, because actually sometimes it gives you stress, it overburdens
Mhm.
you. like we thinking of reducing our stress, we come to social media, but a content which is shown there might make us more stressed. So stress cannot only be relieved by screen time. Maybe just a few minutes, like 15 to 20 minutes or half an hour, we can use it for de-stressing ourselves. But there's nothing called social media reduces stress.
But people say if I spend time in my gym or if I spend some time in the malls and along with my family, it is not giving a dopamine to me. The addiction through the screen, scrolling the reels in YouTube and Instagram and TikTok making. So where that gives them a dopamine thing, so they are excited and the pleasure. You can't reduce the pleasure. Once you got that pleasure through the screen, it is not going very easily. It is very difficult, Kathy. And when some people says the normal, I'm using the mobile phone very normally, casually. It is not I'm using scrolling for the more time. So whether this mobile phone usage as something normal will become some excessive and problematic in future. Some people say I'm working in a kitchen for 2 hours and I'm coming to my bedroom and sitting and scrolling for half an hour and working for 2 hours and keeping a time as a half an hour to scroll, whether this will become problematic in future or how it will be.
Actually, problematic behavior depends on certain behavior and psychological signs. Like if she or he is checking mobile phones in between work, interrupting the work, or procrastinating the work, then
Mm,
it is a problematic use. Like if I complete my
mm,
work properly, completely done, I keep it aside, pull over, and then I go for checking my phone or scrolling my phone, then that is not problematic. When I interrupt my work, I stop my work and check for notifications, then it becomes problematic. That is one of the
mm.
psychological signs. And many people nowadays experience nomophobia. Actually, the name is little contradicting. Phobia in the sense fear, but here it is no more phobia, no mobile phone phobia, no
Oh, okay.
mobile phone, no more phobia is phone phobia. Bia. So
Oh.
they might like feel I might miss my mobile phone. They can't
Mm,
just keep out without checking their mobile phones. That is called as
mm,
nomophobia, new turn. And sometimes FOMO, fear of missing out. Why they keep continuously checking is they might feel like they might miss some notifications from any important groups or
okay.
even friendships. Sometimes if we don't see a group message from our friends gang and if we miss out a trip, then they feel like they have been missed out, right? Oh, they went a
But
trip
it will
without
be a
me.
one day thing, no, Kathy. If something it is going to, I put a message in a WhatsApp group or to my friends, it will be like a one day. I will be eagerly waiting for my friends to reply back to me. But you think the 1 month, I'm just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. So what happens to me? If it will be very problematic to me, no.
Sure, it is problematic. That's what I'm saying, right? Actually,
Mm,
checking notifications even is problematic because you are having the fear of missing out. You have fear of being
mm,
missed out by others. Like, and sometimes you get into danger zones. You get into the dopamine loop, as you said. Scrolling,
mm,
scrolling, scrolling. Each and every scroll gives you a rush of dopamine, which makes you very
mm,
energetic, and
mm,
your sleep is totally disturbed at that times. You keep scrolling. Once you just sometimes I people used to say I never feel like sleeping, I'm just using phone. But once the phone is not with them, they are just sleeping very peacefully because
mm, mm,
since they are scrolling, they are not able to sleep because due to the blue light which is emitted from the phone. So these
mm,
are the very problematic use for a mobile phone user, especially scrolling, because scrolling is endless. You don't have any limit for scrolling. It doesn't end at a point. If you take a movie, it is 3 hours movie. At the end of 3 hours, you are completely done with it. But scrolling has no end, limitless. You can scroll how much ever you want, for how long ever you want. You miss important things like scrolling phone. You miss out a verbal command from your mother or your brother or sister, or any of your family members. You miss a verbal command, or you don't notice who is going or who is coming. It depends on what work you are doing. Like even when I'm studying, or if I'm preparing for my classes, suddenly I get a notification, I get distracted, and fully I concentrate on that. Again, it takes a very difficult time for me to concentrate on the work which I was doing, because once I interrupt my work and I get into notification using my phone, I after 15 minutes I'm getting into the work, I have to continue the work. It needs a lot of mental energy to start where I left. I'll be totally like fully blank. Like I have to start from the beginning again. So it drains my mental energy at times scrolling.
Okay. So scrolling, okay, I understood scrolling. It is going to be problematic in future for me, but I know it is very problem. I that can cause some changes in my mental and physically also. I can just abuse my eyes because I am doing to me. So I am abusing my body here. See, even though I know these things, it is going to harm to me, but I couldn't stop scrolling. What do you think, Kathy? So how it
That
is?
is
I know
because of
it's
that.
wrong.
Yes, that is because of the dopamine loop. Because
Mm-hmm.
one thing is like your brain is hijacked. Your brain is
Mm.
hijacked by the social media content so that you can't stop scrolling. And the
The
next thing is,
distractions.
once you scroll now, you don't know, that is called as like slot machine or a casino game or a card game. We play
Mhm.
rummy, right? We don't know what card will be coming for us the next time. So we don't know
Yes.
what reel we have next. So in that enthusiasm or in that eagerness, we scroll for the next reel. Again, that reel is
Okay. So
very good.
following of the traditional method, the casino people they goes and they will think, okay, what is going to happen? So that kind of pleasure is happening now. I'm just
Yes,
scrolling
yes.
some YouTube video and then I'm seeing the another one. I'm just clicking onto that. The distractions it is happening because of
Yeah.
my dopamine.
Yeah, you don't know what video is coming next. Like we used to play now, we
Mhm.
don't know what card we'll be getting. So in that
The
eagerness, we
eagerness.
scroll for the next reel. Again, the
Yes.
reel will be very good. It will be sometimes it might be very informative. Again, you scroll for the another
Mhm.
reel. And nowadays,
Yeah.
everything is being algorithmed. So
Mhm.
the social media gives you reels based on your views, based on your likes and dislike, what you like, where you comment. So
They see
sometimes
this
it also
engagement too, Kathy. The engagement. So how many time I'm seeing the same reel? How many
yeah.
hours I am doing that? What a kind of technology development, you know? Yes.
And moreover, people think like scrolling reels nowadays, shorts gives you lots of information. I don't know whether the
Mm.
informations are reliable or not. There are many shorts which say like tell about nutritive facts, or tell about your gut health, or tell about your hair care, skin care, everything,
Mm.
right? So speaking of that, people think like they gain more knowledge through scrolling shorts or reels. So they can't
How
stop.
many things it will go and dump in our brain, Kathy? So it is very difficult for us to store. That's why I think so. People can't remember anything in future. They are just dumping everything, which is necessary, which is unnecessary. Everything it is going to my brain, and there is no space. There is no GB. The data it is full now. So I can't put something which is necessary to me. That is
Yes, of
happening.
course.
I even experienced this, Kathy. So when I come to my home back from the office, I think, okay, I need to read something. I'm just doing my PJ and I just want to learn different, and I need to learn this one, this unit, I need to complete this chapter. But when I start the first scroll, it will scroll the 100 reads a time. Then you see the time, it is 12 a.m. Nowadays, people forget one thing, Kathy, that 11 p.m. it's the day which is happening today. 12 a.m. is the next day. They forgot about that. Their mindset is 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. is the day which you are sitting down. The next day is when you wake up, like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. is their day, it is starting. Then everything has changed, now. Yes.
Yeah, it totally affects your sleep latency, your
That's what I want to
REM.
ask you, Kathy, about the sleep, attention, the productivity. The productivity of my work, the personal life too. How it will affect.
Actually, initially, when you see YouTube had long videos, slowly they
Mm.
started reducing the time. They started putting
Yes.
shorts, the reels, everything. That is because the attention capacity of the person is being reduced. They are not able to concentrate on a video more than for a 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Even initially,
Mm.
some videos say, wait, don't scroll. So that we are eager
Mm.
not to scroll, or else we would scroll and go based on the
Now it's
information.
a trend, Kathy. Now it's a trend. They are like, stop, don't scroll it. Just watch
Or
this.
wait for the end. Those videos, the
Aha,
tag even wait for the end. So we are mandatorily made to wait. So on the attention span of the human being is decreased. So we are not able to concentrate even on our works. Like if I have to do a
mm.
work for 1 hour, automatically my attention I can give only for 15 minutes. Either I
Yes.
distract for phone getting to see notifications, or just I get
Mm.
distracted speaking to my colleague or something, some other distractions. I'm not able to concentrate fully on that work. That actually
Yes.
affects the productivity. And sleep,
Mm.
using phones during late night na, it actually suppresses our melatonin production. So
Mm.
melatonin, like it secretes during daylight, like when we are in sunlight or when we are in sun or bright lights, our melatonin starts secreting, and that
Mm.
melatonin is the reason for sleep, promoting a good sleep. So when we are using
Mm.
phone, even after switching off the light, the blue rays which we get, the brain is
Mm.
signaled as light. So the melatonin secretion is stopped. Until you
It
stop,
is not happening.
you switch off
Yeah.
your mobile phone. That is why many people,
Mm.
when they are scrolling, they don't feel sleepy. But once they keep
Mm.
their phone off, they are sleeping. That's because the melatonin starts secreting at that time. Even hair loss is due
Mm.
to that only, because melatonin is very essential for hair growth. So once
Yes.
and it secretes only during dark times. So I used
Mm.
to tell switch off all the lights. Even I don't have night lights in my room. It should be pitch dark for me to
I
sleep.
just remember one thing, Kathy. We are taking some poison in, and we are searching for the remedy. We know that this kind of activities will affect my health. There is a hair fall, everything it is happening to me. But I'm just going and searching in the Amazon or the Flipkart for the hair fall shampoo. To prevent this hair fall, I'm just searching the shampoo. I'm just searching the conditioner. I'm just taking a poison and I'm searching for the antidote now. It is really funny how we are projecting ourselves in this society. If you say something to the person, don't scroll, they will think, oh, no, you are arguing with me, you are my enemy, you don't speak to me. They are just moving on. They doesn't want to speak to us when you say you're doing the wrong thing. The scrolling matters. Is the sleep
Yeah,
you
that
said,
is what
the
about the
melatonin
hair
production.
growth. One thing is
Mm.
like it secretes only during dark period. So if you
Mm.
sleep 3 a.m. after using phone, 5 a.m. automatically the daylight comes. Only 2 hours of
Yes.
melatonin secretion. That is not enough
Some
for your
people
hair
scroll
growth.
till 5 a.m., Kathy. It is not a one up to 3 a.m. they are scrolling. People scroll for 6 a.m. and they will see, okay, there is a sunlight came. We need to go to brush and the washroom for our daily matters. Now it has changed like that. Now not 3 a.m. It is 6 a.m. now.
So that is how your melatonin production stops or decreases and your hair fall increases. It is not about what
Mhm.
shampoo we use or what conditioner, what serum, nothing. It is what
Yeah.
intake and what hygiene you give to your body. That is only your hair,
Mhm.
not about any commercial using of any commercial product. Like I use
Mhm.
shampoo just for fragrance. I don't
Mhm.
think like okay, this is anti hair fall, anti dandruff. It makes look my hair looks voluminous in that. Nothing like that. I every time I
Once
go for
upon a time.
shopping, I used to smell the shampoo. Ah, this is nice. Maybe I can try this time. It
You know
keeps changing.
something,
I don't have
Kathy?
a consistent shampoo to use.
Yeah, once upon a time, people thought the shampoo and soap it is for cleaning the body, and there is a dust, so I just need to shampoo my hair and the scalp. That makes a good blood circulation. They thought like that, but nowadays it is entirely changed. Anti-dandruff shampoo to prevent the whitening of the hair, to prevent the hair fall, and they will.
Split.
They nowadays they are also watching for this thing. The hair need to stand like this, and they are spraying something in their hair. So many things has changed now. One, they are just taking the mobile phone for scrolling, and they are asking for the remedies to many doctors and nurses nowadays.
And one more thing is,
Hmm.
products have increased because of social media because they are able to market it. Initially, there were very less brands and very less companies because they have to, if they want to publicize their product, they have to make an advertisement. They have to give it to
Hmm.
any channels.
Yes. Yes.
During serial breaks, we used to watch ads, but nowadays we have YouTube's Insta. It's getting promoted there in short ads or before each video we are getting ads. So product has increased without the need for the product. It has the increase in productivity is more in those cases, but as far as the individual's productivity it is very less.
As you said rightly, Kathy, there will be some movie in our TV channel. In between of the movie, they will put ad. Nowadays, when you scroll some Instagram and YouTube itself, you will not get ad. Ad is a separate division. Now, influencers itself, they are doing an ad promotion. Like you use this shampoo, you use this color of soap. So it is like we are watching the advertisement. It is also not something
Yes,
informative to
especially
us.
thoughts and reels is even product, what's that,
They are
promotion.
selling the products. Yeah, promotions are going. They are putting as promotion. It is. I don't know what it's going. We came to social media to relax ourselves, but people are doing something ad promotion. I think so. We have many people in India and other countries. This ad promotion peoples are more, and these brands are targeting the influencers. That's a main problem there. And when we speak about
We are
this
buying
sleep
those
and
products
everything,
without their needs. We buy products even though we don't need them, we buy it.
yes. The main thing is now we spoke about the sleep, attention, everything, Kathy. This also affecting our relationship. If I'm sitting in the room, I am scrolling my phone. My wife is watching me. My daughter is watching me. The people are surrounding along with me. They are watching me. Okay, he's scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. And at the some kind of the division, what happened is she will be asking me, "You are scrolling at the entire time. Why you marry me?" There is a short and reel also. My husband likes mobile phone. My husband likes to sit in the washroom and he wants to scroll in the mobile phone. So it is like
That is
nowadays
his
shorts
first
itself they
wife.
know. Yeah, yes, this is happening, and it is not only the joke what we speak now. This is a serious condition where divorce it is increasing because of this social media and the mobile phones. And the second thing, the health of the person is also going out, and the relationship. The relationship is what I give, she also need to give to me. The same thing it is should be there. But nowadays, what happens? I'm scrolling. Physically, I'm present here. Mentally, I'm not listening to my wife or to my family. No. So here, I need to ask the same question. I am present physically, but mentally I'm absent. What kind of relationship I'm maintaining with my wife if I'm a male? If I'm a female, I'm scrolling. What kind of relationship I'm maintaining with my husband? So how this mobile phone affects this relationship?
Actually, in China, there is a research even done on this. Like they
Okay.
have told, due to use of mobile phones, the divorce rate has
Mm-hmm.
increased because China has
Yes.
a very low divorce rates, it seems. But in
Mm-hmm.
our days, it is increasing. That is because of social media use. And they say it is not only scrolling, have be physically present and mentally absent, it is also
Mm-hmm.
due to watch over, like wherever we go we have to call, I'm here, I'm there, come through video call, whether you're there checking on their husbands and checking on their wives also. Like in those days we don't have that facility to do that, so we
Mm-hmm.
have to believe what they are saying. Nowadays we have facility
Yes.
to check what they are saying. We are counter checking everything, so initially start when they start lying we are able to find them out. We have some in between scrolling ads we get so scrolling reads we also get ads like you want to know whom your partner is chatting with, everything. எனக்கு
Mm-hmm.
partner இல்ல. Why should I get those
Mm-hmm.
ads and all?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it is not being physically present. Like sometimes we have non-verbal communication that is very
Mm-hmm.
essential. Non-verbal communication is very essential because we might know maybe the voice would be great, but the facial
Mm-hmm.
expression or their eye contact will not be the same like their voice. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm just scrolling and listening to my husband, um, hmm, hmm, my concentration can be on the phone either or to his voice, right? So
Yeah.
I can't hear like there is a saying also, your eyes can't watch two pictures at the same time, or one cannot sail in two boats, or in ஒரு கத்தியில so ஒரு உரையில ஒரு கத்தி தான் இருக்க முடியும், not two. Like we have lots, so
Mm-hmm.
you cannot give your attention both to your partner
Mm-hmm.
and to your mobile phones, either this or that. So
Yes. Yes.
automatically you miss the non-verbal cues they are giving to you.
Yeah.
You might stop and you might listen to them through your auditory thing, but you might miss their non-verbal cues, which is actually very essential, necessary for intimate relationships. You
Mm.
get with the surface level listening. Okay, this is what now. Okay, fine. I You want to get involved in the scrolling, so you have only surface level information of what your spouse is giving. You don't ask deeply like what happened afterwards. Maybe she might say today morning while cooking cylinder went off. Okay.
Mm.
That is surface level listening. The next conversation you should build up. Like, what did you do then? Did you cook? Did you eat?
Mm.
Or did you call the lineman? Or anything. That is what developing conversation. If you don't have that conversation, you just get listen to it at surface as a information and you go, then automatically there
Mm.
is a chance of relationship disputes because
Yeah.
the whole burden is on her at that time
Yes.
on the wife. Like
Mm.
she might feel like he doesn't care or he doesn't share the household responsibilities. So this is
Mm.
how it affects your relationship, and sometimes especially during dining, while eating, each one is using their own mobile phones. They don't know what they are eating. Those things
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
Initially we used to have only one TV, and we are forced to watch whatever is shown there. We can't
Yeah.
have three different channels
Multiple
going at the
screens.
same
Yes.
time. Like if our mother is
Mm.
watching serial, I'm eating, I am forced to watch the same serial. I can't change the channel. Nowadays, each
Mm.
one are having their own mobile phones and they are
Yes.
scrolling. Whatever they need, they are watching individually while eating. And
Mm.
since the sound should not disturb the next person, they are putting earpods. Automatically, when
Yeah.
someone is having a conversations with you, being physically close, and is saying something, or your wife is asking, is the food nice, whether the gravy is nice, you are not able to listen because of your earpods. You're so deep
Yes.
into the video what you're watching on your mobile. So this is how it
Mm.
interrupts and it brings disputes in between partners or with your spouse, and this what leads to divorce, increased divorce rates.
Yeah, yes. So these kind of ignoring things it is happening between the relationship. But sometimes they will say this is as an ignorance. But I can't accept that. This is a kind of ignoring you. Somebody is telling to you, and you are just seeing your mobile phone screen, and you are loving your mobile phone in the sense you should not be in the relationship that time. You are not capable to maintain that relationship. Why? Because that same thing can be happened to you also. It is not only your wife is seeing that you are playing with the screen and you are doing your own work. This also happened to you the same time. When you come back to from the office, you want to spend time with your family, but your wife is watching the reels. That time, what happens? This is not only the male or the female. This happens to everybody.
No,
One day
I
you,
don't.
the
I
other day
just
I.
don't say it is for females. It is for both.
Yeah. Both,
No
yes, yes, of course. I'm
discrimination.
saying like,
Mental alienation is for both husband and wife. Maybe the
yeah.
husband might ask something about any information
Mm,
regarding did electricity bill come or something. She might be busy scrolling, and
yes, yes.
there might be chance for dispute. I was
That
just
is where the
giving
me time
explanation from my
does.
part.
Yeah, 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 we absolutely understood that. But this is where people say, this is my me time. That's trending now. They say, yeah, I'm working for the day. I'm working in the kitchen. I went to purchase just something from the market. And now I'm relaxing myself by scrolling the reels in the Instagram. This is what happening to the adults. When it comes to the child, the infant, I can't believe how this infant are understood this real scrolling, and they know to unlock your mobile phone, and they enter into the Instagram, and they know to scroll the reels nowadays. If you go and see the 2 years old baby, that automatically identify the YouTube app, it automatically identify the Instagram app. I never know. After my 10th standard and 12th standard, I never ever know the Facebook symbol. When I reach some web center, there will be the small F like structure. I know, okay, this is Facebook, this is Google. But nowadays, in the 2 years baby, 1.5 years baby knows this is YouTube, this is Instagram, this is your father's pattern. Even they knows this. They are putting the number 621242. They are putting automatically. I don't know how intelligent they are now, but when they go into the mobile phone and they are scrolling, the intelligence is getting down. This is not accepted by the parents usually. So, how do you think, Kathy, the children are just addicted to this mobile phone? I've seen some reels in YouTube. There are some babies. If you take the mobile phone, if you grab the mobile phone from the baby, suddenly they are doing something which is abnormal. That is not normal. Parents say, baby is crying, but it is not crying. That is a kind of the tantrum you are initiating before it starts. You are initiating at the age of one itself. We usually studying the theory from 1 year to the 3 years, the temper tantrum happens. The temper tantrum is for the baby wants something from the mother. Baby wants something from the shop. Baby wants something from the father. That was a temper tantrum we studied in the theory, but nowadays the temper tantrum is only for the mobile phone, not for the other things.
Of
No,
course.
so this is also affecting the children. How do you think how this affects the sleep pattern of our baby? And parents are not noticing that mobile phone used by the babies, and why? Because the parents need a leisure time, and they are giving their mobile phone or the tablets to the baby, and it is scrolling for the 2 hours and 3 hours, and they are sleeping aside. And how it will distract the baby's growth, the development of the growth, and then the psychologically how baby will change itself in the future. What do you think about this emotional regulations too?
Yes, we have already studied like toddlers, like they think themselves as the miniature of adults. So
Yeah.
they start mimicking the habits and actions of the adult, which is
Yes.
obviously the father, mother, or grandfather, or uncle, or aunt, who the
Mm.
child spends the most of the time. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is one thing we have to understand. Mimicking others, that is how it starts using the mobile phone. And the next easy
Mm.
access is voice recognition. So they
Mm.
don't know how to type in YouTube. They don't know how to search in Insta or YouTube. It's because of the voice typing. They are asking. My niece all she used to uh, search Dora song, search Barbie, search Bob
Mm.
color pencils, search only voice notes. So they don't know how to type.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
voice input pattern has only increased the usage. This that was made like it has a great impact on the kids. It's like kids friendly, or because we
Mm.
usually don't know how to like they don't know letters, they don't know words, anything. And as far
Yeah.
as concerned with opening the pattern, it is just picture. They
Mm.
see once or twice and it is just captured in their memory like this.
Mm.
They don't know it
Yeah.
is 6 or 5 or 7. Here I have to
Mm.
tap the symbol. Only that
Mm.
they remember at that time. This is how
Yes.
the
Yes.
pattern is. So that is what.
Mm.
After opening, they just know what is YouTube, the symbol they search. And going there, they input their voice and they are searching. That is what
Mm.
actually very pathetic, because that is how we made it kids friendly. Like, or else they would not have access for searches in YouTube. And I have my niece, she used to send a lot of product links from Amazon. Like, I need this, I need that. You know how
Mm.
she knows to search by entering color pencils or acrylic paints or like that? No. She just
Mm.
asks in
Mm.
voice message color paint, color pencil, drawing book, like that. Then all
Mm.
related items will be coming for her. Again, the algorithm works. Even when she goes to YouTube, the same video will be coming, like unboxing a big color pencil box. Then she will send me
Yes.
that video again. After sending the
Okay.
link, again the video will be coming for me. So
Mm.
this is how they get involved deeply. This is how they are able
Mm.
to use social media. And as far as tantrums, actually tantrums cannot be stopped abruptly. You have to minimize your screen time for the children. Like recently, we
Mm.
had a movie, LIK, Pasumai Ulagam, where
Mm.
Sivan used to say how you used to feed your children. They used to say we used to play rhymes. So what rhymes?
Mm.
They used to sing. Again, once they start singing, the child will open its mouth for food. So instead of actually, it is the laziness of the adult who is actually parenting the child. Instead of them showing
Are
all.
we doing this, Kathy? You remember that in psychology we read about when you press the bell, automatically the rat will come and eat the stuff and it will go back.
Yes, yes.
It is like the conditional
Similar.
thing. If I
Condition.
turn, yeah, if I turn on this, the rhymes, then the baby opens the mouth and it is eating. I don't know whether we read it, those things in the theoretically, but we are seeing practically those things.
That is what they are conditioned. So instead of singing, now for us, our parents used to sing all the thing, Nila Nila Odiva, from that.
Yes, yes.
Dose Amma Dose. They used to sing and they used to feed us. Nowadays,
Hmm.
parenting, they are very lazy. They are not able to sing, as if they are born with silver spoons. They are not able to do all those work. So for their convenience, they are showing mobile phones. That
Hmm.
actually the wrong thing starts from parent, not from the child or the
Yes.
baby himself or herself. It starts from the parent. So initially, even we have to restrict the use of mobile phones before children. Like we should not use in front of them. When the baby is asleep, maybe you can use it, or when
Hmm.
the baby is out, we can engaging them in more outdoor activities. or
Yeah.
in more physical activities, uh, instead of getting them in video games or rhymes through YouTube. So
Mm,
engaging those things, we only do that. We only teach them, and after that they pick up with that. They are not giving. So initially, we should even restrict the screen time, and we also should restrict the screen time before their bed, so that they sleep. They sleep properly, and they are energetic for the next day. They are ready for the next day. Or else the child, after a late night sleep, the next day will feel very lazy, very lethargic, and that will be misconceptualized for the child is sick, or the child is very lethargic, maybe some nutrient deficiencies. So it is not nutrition deficiency, it is sleep deficiency. Many misconceptions might happen. So this is how
yes.
it affects the kids. It affects the kids' sleep. It affects the kids, especially the cognitive development. Nowadays, chat GPTs are there. Any maths problem, any science homework, everything. People go for ChatGPT, Gemini, AI, Perplexity, and they get answers easily. So
Mm,
automatically, their cognitive development, the ability to think, critical thinking is literally very down. The like in psychology, we studied like this age, intellectual, the development of intellection. So, sorry, intelligence or thought or perception, everything, developmental psychology is there, right? And cognitive
mm,
processes, when they develop, like actually develop starting from their womb. Psychology is from the womb. And even mother scrolling during pregnancies, mother hearing the same things, when the baby comes out, it starts hearing, because everything starts from the womb, and it
yeah.
grows. Psychology changes till you are in to the tomb. So that is how it affects the child. Especially, it affects the child's sleep. It affects the cognitive development of the child, and it also affects the like mental ability. Mentally, the child might get drained, and it gets duplicate rewards. Like as the adult gets dopamine rewards, dopamine loop, even the child enters it at a very early age, and that is where the child gets addicted. And once it starts showing tantrums if it is not getting that particular thing. And
Mm,
the way to reduce it is like we can restrict the screen time, and we should not abruptly stop once you realize it is over exceeding, or it is toxic. You should not abruptly stop. You should reduce it week by week, and then you should taper it down, not abruptly stop it. And you should involve the child in more outdoor activities than in video games, or you giving them mobile phones, taking
yeah.
them to park for work. Like initially, when I was a kid, we used to play till 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Then we used to come do our homework. Again, we used to
Mm,
play, then eat dinner, sleep. So nowadays, that play, that physical activity, that social communication outside the home is not even present. So that is why,
mm,
and moreover, nowadays in apartment, there are people living in apartment cities where they don't come out of their home, they don't socialize with the neighbors. So
mm,
the child doesn't have a proper company to play of its own age. So automatically, the only company it gets is the mother or the father. So if they are
yes.
busy scrolling phones, they give a
Mm,
separate iPhone, MacBook for iPhone, MacBook, and tab for children, and
yes, yes.
it is getting addicted. That's how.
Yes, there should be some warning signs also. Parents should think about those things. What it will be, because the child watching the movies for the 1 hour, 2 hour, it's fine, literally per day. But nowadays it is like 10 hours and 15 hours. The child is scrolling and it is playing video games in the system or the TV. Like nowadays, the trending PS5. The people wants a video game. It should be played, and if the father gets the PS5, what happened? The same, the daughter or the son will be using it, and now the screen time is increasing. So, what kind of the warning signs that parents should once you give a mobile phone to the child, what they need to see if something it is happening, when they should stop? the showing the screens to the baby?
Okay, one thing they can make first thing is instead of going into warning signs, you restrict your usage like kids friendly. There are many, even YouTube is made for kids. YouTube kids are there, where only kids friendly or uh, age appropriate videos are shown to them. So you can restrict that. And warning signs is use of data use. You can just check on the data use every day, how much
Mm.
data is being used, so that gives you a very brief thing of like how long or how much or what it is actually seeing, because just seeing listening to a song and playing game and watching video consumes different amount of data. So the data use is one of the warning signs for the parent. So the increased data use, the increased screen time, or the more the social media engagement, or the more the apps the child is using, everything. And the second thing is like procrastination. The child might be procrastinating eating food. Wait, I will come 5 minutes, 10 more minutes, a few
Yeah.
minutes more, I will come. So these are the signs. Like if you ask the child to do homework, Amma, wait, I'll come after 10 minutes and I will start homework. That is where you can start finding your child is getting addicted to that usage of mobile phone. So procrastinating things is the major warning sign which father or mother can see. And the lethargy, automatically screen time makes them tired. Their eyes become tired, they won't be interested in education, or they keep sleeping. Apart from using mobile phone, the next activity they do is sleeping. So these are some warning signs where you have to start noting your child and you have to start restricting and tapering the screen time.
Yeah. So, meantime, and everything, we need to see the digital health well-being. So it is already fitted into our Android system in the settings where you can go and you can check the screen time of your baby, how much screen it was used in the Instagram, YouTube, and other social media pages. But even though something practically we need to provide solutions to the parents, what happens is the entire day managing the child, it's very difficult, and the entire day the working in the kitchen and working in the office, it is also going to be very bad, and they will be like into the depression where they need to spend some time in their home. But where we can give solutions, Kathy, I need some solutions for this particular one. Already we know these kind of activities is happening in each and every home. It is not only in our home, it is not only mine, it is not only you, everywhere it is happening. But I need one thing. What are the three healthy digital habits for the adults and the families can start today?
Okay, avoiding screen times during their meal.
Okay,
One
that's very
particular
difficult,
thing.
I think so.
That
That's
is
very
actually
difficult.
uh, for us, people used to say you should not talk while eating, but actually that is
Mm.
not the case. Only when we eat, we sit leisurely, we just converse with our family and we eat. That is why business lunches are formed, right? We had business lunches,
Yeah.
business meeting with
When
dinners.
you go for the business meet also, the people are scrolling. They doesn't even want to network themselves to the other persons. They forget about the
So
name business.
So screen time should be totally restricted during meal. So that is
Yeah.
one habit they can develop. The next habit is
Mm.
using outdoor activity than staying indoor. Like the more the
Okay.
time they spend out, or the more time they spend with their family, automatically their screen time will reduce. For example, it is
Yes.
not only the work of a husband to go out and purchase anything. The
Mm.
wife can go, even that is a me time, going out and leisurely
Yeah, yeah.
shopping. You can
Yes.
also buy groceries and you can window shop and come, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it is
Yes.
not only the responsibility of a wife to take care of the children's homework. Once you come out from
Mm.
office, even you can spend time with your children so that you
Yes,
reduce your
absolutely.
screen time. So
Yeah.
this is one other habit, like sharing responsibilities and reducing your screen time is when you get out of your home. Try to spend
Mm.
your leisure time either with your family or out instead of sitting
Yeah.
in one place. So this is spending
Mm.
family time, saying no to mobile phones during meal, and engaging
Yes.
in more physical outdoor activity are three healthy
Mm.
habits what we can develop. Especially when you
Yeah.
engage time with your family, your relationship bond thickens, and the understanding between a parent and child, or the spouse and the partner, gets better.
Mm.
And physically moving out, it improves your physical health. You even if a machine is a proper working condition, we don't switch it on, it gets a rust
Mm.
forms and it doesn't work when you take it again. So that is the
Yeah.
same thing for your body. If I just don't move my bones or muscles or anything, it gets stiffed and it I can't move it again. So you can engage
Mm.
in physical activities.
Yeah, that's a better example. And I also need to add one more point. You need to restrict the mobile phones while you're going to wash. The people
I
nowadays,
don't
they're
take that.
sitting in the restroom, yeah, sitting in the restroom and watching for the hour, and they are getting many health problems nowadays. And one more thing, it is also that if you want to go and sleep, please avoid your mobile phone screens for the half an hour at least. In future, make it as 1 hour and then as a 2 hours. Minimum, you need to have a time between your sleep and your screen time. It should be minimum 2 hours. Then only you will have a very good sleep. The morning you wake up, you don't want to see your screens for at least a half an hour and practice it daily so that you will be having a mindset, okay, what I'm just going to do it today, the entire day. I will plan myself. I will forget my mobile phone if I practice these kind of things. Then I need to add this particular the screen time in the washroom and before to the bed and after to the bed. Please avoid the mobile phones.
It was like very thing. I don't use mobile. I don't take mobile phones to washroom. So that was very way out of my league. I didn't even think of it.
Why I'm you know Kathy, why I'm saying this particular term about the washroom usage of the mobile phones. I usually takes my mobile to the washroom and I will sit and I will scroll. Suddenly I will see my time in the mobile. It will be 9 or 9:30, but my office time is 9. You know, it's 9, but I will go to the my office late. So this is also happening the productivity time where you are spending more time with the mobile phones, but you forget to work for your own development. That is
Yes.
lagging here. That's what happening. I realized, and nowadays I am not taking my mobile phones to my restroom and keeping in front of my wife. See, I am not taking any mobiles to the washroom. So I'm just changed myself. My behavior is just developing nowadays. This is happening in each and every home. And
I
I
think
need to
why
ask,
people are
yeah,
taking mobile phones. Actually, it's only a few minutes work. We don't get to sit there. How people are comfortable
see,
sitting there and watching.
the comfortableness, because we are not using Indian toilet nowadays. In every home has the Western toilet where you can sit comfortably and you can scroll in. That's a very biggest way. Why? Because if you come out, your mother, your father, or your wife, or your daughter, or your son will not leave you to scroll the mobile phones. That is where the fathers are taking the mobiles inside the washroom and they are utilizing those things. So this is practically I'm having. That's what I added this thing, but that's a wrong thing. We should avoid the mobiles in the restrooms. How can the adults and children gradually reduce unnecessary screen time without making unrealistic changes, Kathy?
Like initially, I used to have a lot of screen times during my holidays,
Hmm.
uh, during May
Okay.
vacations, winter vacations. So
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Yes.
that is where I started. I switched on my weekly report. So every weekend, my Sunday morning, it will give me, you used your mobile phone less than 1 hour compared to last week.
Oh,
So
oh,
15
okay.
minutes compared to last week. So that actually, I feel like a great reward. Whenever it comes,
Mhm.
you used less than last week, I'll be very happy. If it shows
Okay.
like usually more than your usual timing, then the next week I'll be
Mm,
very particular not to use. I want to get it very less. So that is how I that is one unrealistic or a very realistic thing, because we I need not like I should not stop like okay, I won't go to Instagram. I can't restrict
mm,
myself from using that. Maybe I can restrict my time on that. That can be monitored. If I monitor, I won't be monitoring, right. So my mobile phones
mm,
monitor. Like
yes.
mobile phones are incredible servants, but very poor
Mm,
masters. So it monitors and gives absolute answers. So that actually I feel very happy. You use whenever I see you used less than the last week, I'll be very happy the next whole week.
here also you forgot you're getting pleasure with the help of the dopamine. But it is fine. We are not making the dopamine rush every second. When you scroll it, it is rushing, 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 rushing. It is increasing the level of dopamine. One day
Dopamine to
it
a lot
will
of
totally.
psychiatric conditions increase dopamine. You'll get
Yes.
into mania. You'll get into schizophrenia.
Yeah, yes. But people doesn't know why, because they doesn't have awareness about these kind of things. That's a problem. But even though if we are into the field of medicine, we are not following the things. When you see the doctors and nurses sitting in the hospital, they are also scrolling it. So if you want to say something to some family, think that, for example, to my family, what you would recommend that I need to stop particularly in this week? What I can change myself?
Without observing you, how will I tell you have to change this one?
You think that I am a mobile user? My wife is a very good scroller, and my child is using the tab for seeing the rhymes and scrolling the reels in the YouTube and Instagram. What do you suggest to me to change this week, at least to start a minimal amount practically?
Okay, maybe you can set data alerts, like limited data
Mm.
use for every day. You can set it on your mobile phone. Mobile phone, even again. Like after
Okay.
the 500 MB of data, you cannot use that day. If you set data
Oh.
limits for a day, automatically you have to stop it. That is one minimal change. And
Mm.
allotting a particular time daily for your family or going out, that time always it will become mandatory for you not to use phones.
Okay. Okay, so that's great. I will follow these suggestions from this week onwards, and I will try to say the answer in next week. Whether this is practically I can do, or I need some more suggestions from Kathy. Okay,
Especially
now we are skipping.
was very
Yeah.
data. We had limited data packages. Na, I used to on that so that I don't exceed. And if I exceed, na, I am compelled to buy 15 rupees data value pack. So for that reason, I used to switch it on those days. Nowadays, it's not
Hmm.
necessary.
It is not necessary. Why? Because you got everything in hand, and there is a Wi-Fi also along with you. So no
Even
data limitations.
Wi-Fi, my I don't use it a lot because maybe my use of social media is very limited. Actually speaking,
Kathy, that's you are saying from your heart. Why? Because you know everything. What will happen to your future body and mental things. So you know, and you are reducing it everything. But
not
people
that
like.
way.
Huh?
Not that way. That is actually something selfish, or maybe also to protect my mental health. But in a way, like I feel sometimes very jealous if I see something scrolling up.
Oh,
So why
okay.
to
I can understand
hurt
this.
ourselves by watching those videos? So I just avoid everything and I restrict those things.
Okay, that is also
So
going
if
to
I go to
help you.
Instagram and I see friends going on a trip, we don't have friends at all to go on a trip. If even if we have trip, we have friends, we they don't come for a trip. So why you worrying? Only when we see those things, we worry. Okay, I don't have a friend like this. I don't just have someone like nowadays. There is one thing scrolling. Send this to your male friend and ask him to buy chocolates. Ask him to send that reels. Maybe I can send it to you now and my address.
I okay. I will just courier one diary to you. Don't worry.
And one more thing, one reel. Ask your male friend to sing this song for you. So unwanted
Very bad.
things, unwanted worries. Okay, whom shall I send? Oh, I don't have anyone. Why should I worry? Only when I see those things, I have to worry. So it is not only for male, even any sort of things or anything, and even hair. If I see someone's hair very long and thick, I used
Hmm.
like that. And so why
Okay.
worrying? So seeing those things,
Because this is a kind of
maybe
jealous.
if we only see them, we'll get worried, right? So I'll stop that.
Hmm. Yes. That's great, Kathy.
Protecting my mental
We
health actually.
Hmm. So yeah, you are a specialist, so you can do it. But we are all little bit far from the psychology and psychiatry. So we just scroll for the entire day, and we will reduce our lifespan. I think so. Somebody needs to come and say, if you scroll, your age will reduce. Actually, that is happening, but nobody says why, because they are very selfish. If some doctors or nurses want to say in this in front of the social media, nobody will say directly. Why? Because their video is also running in the same social media platform. It's a kind of selfishness. Okay, so we spoke many things about this phone usage and addiction. Normally, we will end with some rapid fire here. I have two rapid fire to you, Kathy. The one is the mobile free morning or mobile free bedtime. What do you choose?
Mobile free bedtime for two reasons. One thing is we have a mobile free bedtime, as I said earlier, melatonin secretions and proper
Yeah.
sleep, REM will be there. And the second thing is mobile free morning is impossible because we are working. We have to check it for any notifications, any mails, everything. So only then we can proceed with our day work without getting the task. So mobile free morning is mandatory impossible. So mobile free
Okay.
bedtime is what I choose.
Okay. The one place where phones you can avoid always should be avoided.
Dining table, I used to say. I said right.
Mm.
Your meal time should avoid. So dining table is where, and you have to make it mandate that when everyone are there, we have to sit and eat together. Not everyone, each one eating at different times, and so. So make
Yes.
it possible to eat together with a mobile free time.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kathy. I think so. This is our
One
longest
thing I
podcast.
want to add, initially
Yeah.
those days when I started using mobile phones or computers, there used to be one tick checkbox. Uh,
Mm.
Click you are not a robot.
Okay.
Have you seen?
Capture. Yes.
Yeah, click here if you are not to make sure you are not a robot. But nowadays it is click to verify you are a human being.
Human. Yeah.
So
That's
those days, like we were the masters. Nowadays they are our masters. They are verifying whether we are human being or not. That is, and
yes.
social media is like food only. We have both
Mm.
healthy foods, junk foods, unhealthy foods, and everything. So it is our choice what we take. If we are wise, we take healthy things and we eliminate the unhealthy food.
Yes, of course, Kathy. We discuss more about this phone addiction in this podcast, and this is the longest podcast, I think so. Why? Because it is around 1 hour 20 minutes, and I want to conclude with single sentence: mobiles, it is necessary for all age groups, but if you limit that and use it for particular cause, that will help you for the development. So that is where this mobile phone has been invented. This is not like to scroll something and you are making your brain like a 250 GB data and storage area. You're dumping everything inside it, and you forget to learn something from your books. So nowadays, people forget to visit the library. Nowadays, people forget to sit in a dining table or sit in a floor along with the family members and take your food. The one single time food, I'm saying. This is not also for the three times a day. The one single time nobody sits together, they chit chats and they are not eating. That's little bit worrying about this century. Not only this century, Kathy. This is like I think so. The 10 years before it was happened. Nowadays, it is not like that. Everything changed. Like what you said, people have different phones in their hand. They love what they want to see and they want to watch. So I think so. We need to reduce many things. This is not only going to change because of this podcast. Each and every human being, each and every people who is in the role of parenting, they need to guide their children what to be seen and how to can be utilized the mobile phones and the social media. This is not their life. You are spoiling their life. That is the main thing you need to think about this addiction. So nowadays, we don't want to say that you should not smoke, you should not drink. Why? Because we are already into the addiction of mobile phones. So that is also going to be addiction. The people need to think where you're putting yourself into one single 16 is to 9 screen and you are watching the entirely. Please be cautious with these things. There is no any warning signs that will project immediately at the end stage only you can see what are the things it is going to be in the fatal area. That maybe your father, your mother, your son or daughter. So please think wisely before you use this one. Use it properly and appropriately. So then only you can achieve something in your life. Life is not like as you born and you're going to die. This is where you're going to survive for the entire 80 years or 90 years or 100 years where you want to say I did something. It is where the deep work. It is not like a shallow work. You forgot you do something, putting a mail, putting a WhatsApp message. No. What you're doing for your body, it's very much important. Please don't harass your body. That's what the major key takeaway from this podcast. Please, the wrong thing is harassing somebody else. The wrong thing is harassing yourself. So better keep it in a straight way equally, and you don't want to spoil others, you don't want to spoil yours. Thank you so much, Kathy, for this particular podcast. And we will be in next Saturday, 7 p.m., almost with some interesting different topic. And we would like you people to subscribe our channel so that you will watch this podcast, this kind of podcast every Saturday, 7 p.m. Thank you so much, audience, and have a great weekend. Bye bye, Kathy. Have a great weekend too.
Thank you.
Yeah.